Today we are doing my kind of quick makeup routine that I'll do for work, and it's just kind of like, this is like as quick as it will get for me generally, and I'll explain kind of the ins and outs of it all as we go into the video. So hopefully this sounds interesting to you. Now if it does, let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get started. So the first step that I do is I prime. I know I've been doing my eyes first lately, but if I'm quickly running out the door, I will always do my base first. Now I prime first, always usually, because I have found primers that actually work well for my makeup care, and depending on the product that I'm going to use and my skin type on the day will be dependent on the primer that I use. It's usually either the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, as you know, or lately I've been really liking a hydrating primer, and this one I got recently and I've really been genuinely enjoying it since I've got it, and I can't seem to put it down. It is the Chanel Beiges Eau de Teint. So some people use this as a foundation. I use this as a primer. Maybe if I ever get rid of my pimples and scarring, I would like this as a foundation, but not anytime soon. So I'm just gonna pop this on all over my face. I like how hydrating this is. It's also really nice for the morning because it's really quite cooling on the skin, and I just find it kind of like wakes my skin up and makes it feel quite fresh and lovely in the mornings. So I genuinely have been enjoying this product. Now truly, if you are someone that doesn't want the coverage but just maybe wanted a little bit more of an even skin tone and a little bit more freshness to the skin, this product probably is enough for you and you could skip and move on to the next steps. I also do just want to say that just because I'm using specific products, please don't take that as like you have to use this product and that's what I'm solely recommending. This is more about the steps and the routine than the products themselves. I will talk about them a little bit, but you will already have lots of products in your collection that you know and love, so you can just tweak them, you know what I mean? Please don't take this as like you have to use these products, okay? The foundation that I'm going to use today, and one that I have been really enjoying, is the Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum Foundation. They call this a tinted sunscreen. This is a foundation. This is 100% a foundation. I'm just going to take it directly on my beauty blender. I have the shade Melrose, by the way. I really like this one, especially for the everyday and work, because it is lightweight on the skin. It's a sunscreen, so it's providing me extra sun protection, and it's nice and hydrating on my skin. You guys, I always talk about how I'm oily skinned. I feel like in the last 2 months, my skin has changed to like, we're almost dry. I wouldn't even say it's normal. I think it's actually more verging on dry right now, truly. And I've had to really, like, how I've been doing my makeup lately has not been working, and I've had to really switch it up. Hence the extra hydration on the skin, extra hydrating primer, and now even this like little foundation from Tower 28 is really quite dewy and hydrating. So your girl's skin is changing. I'm not sure why, but it is. For concealer, I generally will take a concealer that I know I can just pop on its own and it will provide me the level of coverage I need. It won't be fully, like I won't be fully satisfied, don't you worry, but it will get as close. And the only one I have found so far is the Covergirl Trublend. I lied, the Pat McGrath ones do, but I'm actually empty, and L4 is freaking sold out everywhere. So I hope it comes back soon because I'm missing my Pat concealers. So I'm just gonna take a little dash here. This one's quite full coverage, so I don't actually need too much. And I have been liking blending this out with my brush lately, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now I am actually going to quickly bronze, because on the cream bronzer, sorry, on the everyday when I'm not speaking through this is actually super quick and I would do this step. My favorite cream product to use on the everyday is the ABH cream bronzer, and second to this I'm taking my Real Techniques sponge and I'll just pounce this on the back of my hand first. My second one to this is the Chanel Beiges Healthy Bronzing Cream. Those two products are my go-to on the everyday when I don't want to be too sculpted and I just want a really nice soft glow. The reason why I do this is because, you know, I like to layer cream to powder so that my makeup does last a lot longer throughout the day. This is what I find works really well for me. We are going to powder, and this is the step that I will never skip and will do the same thing even if I have to be late. Taking my Pat McGrath under eye powder and just tapping that on lightly underneath my under eyes and through the T-zone. This is a Sigma F35 brush, by the way. And then, you know, I'm taking my Kosas powder. Like if I need it to last and I just need my girl to just come on this journey with me, it's my Kosas powder. This is in the shade Breezy. The other thing that I like about this powder is it will add a little bit of coverage on. So where I've put a lighter layer of foundation on and I have, imperfections peeking through. This is going to add that extra little bit of coverage for me so that it looks a little bit more polished and put together. See how it's just like smooth? You can still see them slightly, but it just dulls them down and makes them a lot less noticeable. It just makes everything look more polished and smooth and buffed out. And it doesn't look cakey because this powder never ever looks cakey. Base is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and move on to bronzer. I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer just with my Units bronzer brush, and I'm just going to bronze myself up just like I normally would. And generally, if it's like a quick look and I'm going to be running out the door as quick as possible, it's a lot more haphazard than what you guys will see me do. Normally, I really do just slap it on and hope for the best. And that's why I like those formulas like this one from Charlotte Tilbury and the Makeup by Mario one, because I really can just close my eyes and throw it on and hope for the best and it will look good. So get yourself a bronzer you can trust, my friends. Let's move on to highlighter and blush now. Now, on the everyday, if I'm trying to run out the door as quickly as possible, I won't actually put cream highlighter or cream blush on. I'll just do my bronzer because I am so pale. Now, I'm actually going to be using the Natasha Denona Glam Face palette for highlight and for eyeshadow today. So I'm going to take this highlight right here, just on my Makeup by Mario F2 brush, and I will just apply this. I kind of just apply it, again, a bit haphazardly, just to add some glow and, you know, some sparkle. I always add highlighter because I always need a little bit of glow in my life, to be honest. And the blush that I really truly love for work, especially at the moment, I seem to be on a kick for this blush at the moment, is the Pat McGrath Desert Orchid. It's just a lovely summer blush, I find, especially, and it's that little extra bit of bronze and glow. Again, I'm pretty haphazard with it. Once you find the blush placement or like the place that you like to put your blush, it really just makes it quicker and easier to apply, you know what I mean? Now what I'm gonna do is set my face, and I have a two-step setting process. I know I'm ridiculous. Normally I would spray this product on my sponge. I've been liking that lately, but if I'm in a rush, I'll do that. And I will just always tap the product in. Again, another one of those steps that I won't miss because it takes 2 seconds. But it just meshes all of the products into your skin and makes you all look a little bit more natural and put together. It's those little extra steps that you can do that will just make such a difference. I feel like I'm rushing now because I'm like, oh my God, it's got to be quick makeup. Anyway, slow down, teens. And then I do take my Tatcha Satin Mist. I'm sad for every single person who can't get their hands on this powder that has skin like mine. It's magic. And Tatcha, like, what are you doing? Don't discontinue this. So I'll just put a layer of that on as well. It's mainly concentrating it through the T-zone because it really does prolong the wear. For brows, depending on the mood of the day and really how much time I have, I will either do them properly, and because it doesn't take me too long, or I'll just do this. And I'm going to show you the quick way because honestly, I can't even actually be bothered doing my own brows today. So I take my Gimme brow gel first and I brush my brows kind of up. And this just thickens them and plumps them up a little bit. I really do rely on the Benefit Gimme Brow product every single day. It's probably the one brow product I don't want to live without. And honestly, I could probably just pretty much leave them there, except I do have a scar in this eye that has a big gap here. This brow, she's such a good little girl. She just really is like the gold star of the family, and then this one's like the black sheep, but that's okay. So I'll just fill in just a little bit where I need to, really softly. I don't need to do a whole lot. I had my brows tattooed kind of I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago now, and they've kind of held up quite well, so I just kind of do that. And then I'm just gonna take my Patrick Ta Lamination Brow Gel because I don't have a lot of hair on my head, but for some reason, my brows have the strongest hair of all time, and this is the only brow gel that holds them up. So brows are done, and now we're moving on to eyes. I use my Nars eyeshadow primer. Again, one of those extra little steps that you probably don't need to do, but if you have hooded eyes and you want your eyeshadow to last all day, you probably want to take the extra 20 seconds it takes to apply and do it, because it will make your eyeshadow last a lot longer. Now for the everyday, for my eyeshadow, if I'm quickly running out the door but I do want to put some eyeshadow on, I usually like to. It just brings a little bit more color to my face. 9 times out of 10, regardless of the palette that I use, I'll pick a color like this or a color like this and put it all over the lid. And if I'm feeling extra spicy that day, I'll put a little bit of shimmer over the top. But I do have these like one and done shadows, and I just want to show you a couple of palettes to give you some inspiration. You probably already do this already, I feel like, but just in case, case. I just want to show you some extra palettes with some extra inspiration just for you to pull from. So for example, if we're talking about the retro palette, a lot of the time I'll take Andy and put that all over the lid and just run out the door. I also really like doing it with Go-Go here as well. It's such a beautiful, like soft kind of, I don't know what color that is, like mauvey peach. I'm not sure, but I really love putting those two shadows out of the retro palette all over my lid. The Natasha Denona Bieber palette, which again, I still have not repressed these shadows. I'm nervous too. But yesterday I actually put this on my stories, which would have been like December sometime for you guys, but I put these two shadows all over my lid. So I put this one through the crease and then this one all through the lid, and that looked absolutely beautiful. Honestly, you could take any palette, any color, really, maybe not the darker ones, but any of the lighter colors. Well, if you want to go dark, you can, but from the Bieber palette and put that all over your lid, it will look spectacular. A lot of the times from Pat McGrath, I'll take this one from Subliminal and pop like a little teensy bit of these two over the top of it. From Midnight Sun, I'll take that neutral tan color and put that all over the lid with a little bit of Astral Solstice over the top. Even if you have something super colorful like the Norvina palette, this has some beautiful colors like that you can put one and done too, like this one and done, stunning. This one and done, stunning. This one, stunning. Stunning, you guys. Anyway, I haven't used the Glam Face palette really a whole lot on my channel since I picked it up, so I wanted to use that one today. And I do really reach for this quite a lot, I have to admit, because the tones are my jam. So, that was very long-winded, I apologize. So generally what I'll do first is I'll take this shadow here with a fluffy blending brush, usually my Delium Tools, because it is like the fluffiest one I own, and I'll just lightly pop it through the crease. I don't really focus too much on my blend game. I just really do haphazardly just throw it through the crease. I feel panicked, like I feel panicked that I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. I need to calm my farm. Now I'm going to take my Delium Tools 783 and I'm going to go directly into this color right here, and I'm just going to pack this on all over the lid. Depending on the rush that I'm in, I might even just take this shade first and pop it all over the lid and skip the transition shade as well. But if I can do a transition shade, I do, just because I like the extra little gradient. It just adds a little bit more depth for me eyes. And then I usually just take the exact same brush with a little bit of that color and I just pinch it and run it lightly underneath. Or if it's small enough, I'll even just do this and go a little bit extra smoky, or I won't put any. So you can honestly leave that there, because this, even tied with a nice lip or anything like that, is quite chic and monochromatic, which is quite nice. And monochromatic looks always do kind of, they just look very put together and classic, and you can even just add like a nice red lip or something like that if that's the kind of vibe that you want to go for, and like throw your mascara on and off you go. Sometimes I will just get the little bit of shimmer, so I'll usually take this shade on my finger and I'll just pop it over the lid like so. And then I always wear my Rare Beauty mascara on the everyday, because this is a tubing mascara, but it does not flake in any way. It doesn't budge, like it's only going to come off in that hot water. So it's really a nice non-irritating mascara for the everyday. Now we just have lips left. The rest of the face is literally done. Normally I would go with like my Charlotte Tilbury Runway Royalty, and I would put Iconic Nude on all over the lips as well, and that would be like my go-to lip usually. But my best friend just bought me the Colourpop Rudolph collection for Christmas, and I finally saw her yesterday, so I got my presents, which is adorable. I kind of knew I was getting it, she told me, but this was the actual one Colourpop release that I wanted this year so badly, because I'm just so obsessed with Christmas. So I'm very, very thankful and excited, but I am going to, I just don't know which one of these is red. She got me two of the lip kits, and one of them is red and one of them is neutral. This one's neutral. So I'm actually going to use this one today. I am going to use this palette in a video coming up too, because I really want to play with it. I don't care that Christmas is over. I love these. Like, look at the packaging. I will tell you, this is my favorite Colourpop launch from the year, because I just love Christmas and I did want this. Anyone who followed me on Instagram knew that. But look at how cute the packaging is. Look at it. Oh my god, it's amazing. So I'm gonna take this. I don't actually know. It says the color is, it's called, I think, Your Cute Lip Duo. The Luxe lipstick is Clarice and the lippy pencil is Clarice. So I'm gonna take this. I do really like the Colourpop lip products. I will say that. They are very good. That's nice, because that's exactly my lip color. Okay, it's probably my new favorite lip liner. And then this is the Clarice lipstick. So it's probably maybe a touch light, but we'll see how we go. I don't mind that for the everyday though, if it's a little bit lighter, to be honest. Oh, their lipsticks are actually really good. Wow. Okay, that lip duo, you guys, from Colourpop is amazing. So again, it's the Colourpop I Think You're Cute. I bet you they have this on sale. So if you like this, I actually do really recommend this. This is delightful. Look at that color. Let me go and do my hair and we'll zoom back. So that wraps up my very quick go-to work makeup. I know it was probably a lot more chatty and in depth than you were maybe even hoping for, and it seems like this probably takes a really long time. But honestly, when I'm not talking through like the steps and having a chat with you guys, this truly does only take me between 10 to 20 minutes depending on how distracted I am in the morning, but generally the sweet spot is about 15 minutes, to be completely honest. This is kind of a makeup look 100% I will wear like nearly every day. I feel very me in this makeup look. I feel very confident in this makeup look as well. It's just kind of like me but better, I feel. But yeah, I hope you found this interesting in some way, shape or form. Let me know your thoughts down below. You know I love hearing from you guys. And that is it. If you've made it till this point, you're an absolute legend. I truly appreciate you. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.